Hi, I'm Stephanie Frank, and I'm back with another success tip. You know, most people say you cannot shortcut success, and I personally completely 100% disagree with that. Because, and here's why, success is like a computer. You know, when you think about computers, right, there's a very certain sequence that you have to do in order to start it up, do something with a program, start an application, send an email. There's a very specific way that you have to shut it down, back it up. They're very simple steps in order to have success with your computer. Well, just like a computer, the human brain, the human behavior works in a very similar way. Now, how do I know this and why am I qualified to talk about it? Well, for 20 years, a little over 20 years actually, I was what you call a protocol analyst. I was the person that would go into big corporations with hacker tools and try to figure out what was going wrong, usually as a last resort for the computer system. And I spent my life troubleshooting layers upon layers upon layers of step-by-step and breaking down step-by-step ways of how the computer brain works. And pretty soon, as I started getting into psychology and the human brain, I started thinking the human brain is really like a big, big, complex computer. So why couldn't we start to see things in systems? Why couldn't it be that if you do this or you say one thing, you get a certain result, but if you say something else, you get a different result? What if we could make those unconscious things conscious? What if you're having a challenge in your life right now? Let's say with your spouse or a relationship or your boss or a coworker, and you keep just trying to communicate and say, this is how it should be, this is how I'm doing it, this is how, and you communicate in one way, and you keep getting the same result. Well, what if you could consciously learn how to communicate in a way that would get you a very different result? Isn't that what success is? Isn't success all about getting more of what you want? Well, in our world, it sure is. And so breaking down the steps for success, whether it's communication, whether it's your energy, how you're feeling today, whether it's making a new choice about your behaviors, choosing to act differently, choosing to be more passionate, learning about your mission, your purpose, your values, the things that are so important to you. These are all the things that we're going to be covering. The major component, though, is that I want you to know that everything is a system. And your success is guaranteed when you learn it as a system. We'll be back next time with the 8 contexts of personal success.